Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of this special program where we explore the teachings of Buddhism to find peace, wisdom, and most importantly, the inner happiness in our lives. I am M. Sarit, and I am really happy to have you with us on this journey. Today, we are asking the very big question in our lives, which is what is keeping us from the true happiness? Especially when we often find that happiness is out of reach. To help us explore this, I'm honored to have Prajan Sunan Sumangklo, the Buddhist monk from Wat Wanghin Temple, Pisanulok, Thailand, who truly and deeply understand the sense of the inner happiness and the Buddha's teaching. พระอาจารย์ครับกราบนมัสการครับ
Hello, thank you,
ครับพระอาจารย์
Em. I'm glad to be here for this first episode. Happiness is something everyone cares about, and I am excited to share how Buddhism looks at it.
Thank you very much, Kaprajan. Let's get started because I think many people are happy and so eager to hear about what we have to say about happiness that we are discussing together today. To start, why is it that so many people still feel unhappy even though they get what they want in our lives?
So that is very good question. So most people think that having money, success, or fame will make them happy. But even when they get these things, they often still don't feel truly happy because
Ah,
their desire and goals never seem to end. One day gets one thing, they quickly want something else. This keeps them from finding real happiness.
I see. Prajan, I think people know this, that chasing something is like never ending. And it definitely connects with our lives with social medias, right?
Sure.
Uh, so we have social media, we have things that impact our happiness. What are misunderstanding about happiness that we have in the world today from your perspective and from the Buddha's teaching?
So yes, social media is like a cable tips. It steals our happiness by hooking us in, making us attached and lost in it. And we forget about ourselves, right?
Right.
So spending too much time on social media can lower our ability to solve real life problems. Many people mistakenly think that quick joy of social media are true happiness. It is
Hmm.
fun but also fades quickly also because they don't see the happiness inside themselves, right? They are
Right.
too busy chasing outside temporary happiness.
You say that outside and temporary happiness and also the happiness inside. That's very clear to look at the happiness from the outside and the inside. And this brings us to another question, Krapajan. So what does happiness really mean in Buddhism then? And how is it different from most people think, whether it's outside or inside happiness?
In Buddhism, happiness is about being comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
peaceful, and joyful in both body and mind, and both of them, right? There are
Right.
different levels of happiness. There's like a step of stair,
Ah,
simple pleasures to deeper calmness, and the highest form is nirvana.
Nirvana.
Nirvana is complete happiness because it's constant and doesn't depend on time or material things. It's the pure happiness. To reach this full happiness of Nirvana, one needs to practice correctly by following double effort path or the threefold trainings or Tai Sikha, we known as that.
I have heard of the Trisikha, ครับอาจารย์ and especially the Noble Eightfold Path. Um, Trisikha is very important in Buddha's teaching. Could you could you elaborate on that a little bit, sir?
This is like a rule in our life. because they stay equally, right?
Right.
So people love their life. That's why we have to follow this discipline. And the three first training, the first we have to follow that's the moral,
The moral.
because this make people stay equally. That's the first. The second we known as the concentration.
Ah.
Concentration is we focus something because our mind can know only one child,
Mm-hmm.
emotion one child. When
Right.
this what we are doing now, that's the way we stay present moment. That's concentration.
It's
So,
like meditation as well. Is it the
yeah,
same like
yes,
meditation?
yeah. We can pull that. That's
Yeah,
concentration. Then this step become to the last step from insight or wisdom.
I
This is
see.
the important training makes our life to touch the real happiness.
Trisikha, along the way of Trisikha, we also gain the more inner happiness as well.
Yes,
Ah, that's interesting. So people nowadays are finding happiness from outside, but in Buddha's teaching, in Buddhism, we are going on focusing on the present moment, the
yes,
inner happiness. So,
yes.
พระอาจารย์ครับ could you elaborate on the importance to find the happiness from the present moment with us, please?
The present moment is because our life, our we have to stay day by day. Stay
Right.
today, not stay yesterday or tomorrow.
You mean the
Because,
past? The
yes,
past. Ah,
and because your life only today, we stay only this present moment, our focusing. If we have this the present moment, happiness, your
hmm.
life easy. That's if we if we follow that the moral is something to control us the first, but the second moral that we this it become the moral automatically in our
Yeah.
life. The first time we have to follow it, and then we don't need to follow it because it's become moral automatically. That is,
Like it become us already. So
yeah,
we live by the moral happily.
yes, like that.
We don't need to feel stressed by, oh, I have to observe this precept and that precept. But
Yes,
all the precepts, we are living by the precepts already.
yes, like that.
I see. So the present moment, ครับพระอาจารย์ in
That
the
is
back,
the
right?
first to complete moral,
Okay.
right? The first step is the moment, the present moment is the first step of my food. Second
Oh,
is become moral automatically.
ครับ
Then is concentration and gain wisdom.
Yep.
That is,
I see. I see. So you're saying that by learning about Buddha's teaching, the first step of the Trisikha or the three main teachings would be the moral. And on the first step that we step onto following the precepts or the moral conduct, we gain the inner happiness day by day,
yes,
and especially the present moment as well.
yes.
Wow, great advice, ครับพระอาจารย์ when you mentioned about present moment and the inner happiness, oftentimes when we go to work, we go to school, especially in the world right now that we have the floods, tornadoes, right? There are so many negative emotions that are coming, attacking us, like anger or sadness. How does Buddha's teaching suggest us handle those negative emotions?
So we have to stay real equality. It is between goodness or badness in our side to touch us because that is the real life. We can choose. We can choose we want always good deeds,
อืม
or we no need to task the bad deeds. That is natural. That's
โอ
we
เค
learn. We have to accept it. Only accept it and do our good karma,
อ่
good
า
action, good speed, good thinking like that.
Okay. Now, I hear the word the deeds and also the karma. We can discuss that in the next episode. The deeds, the karma, or even the three step of the teaching.
Sure.
But from now, you're saying that we should accept that, right? Accept the negative emotion.
Yes.
Most people will run away, Prajan.
Yes. Most of them they do that.
Ah,
In Buddhism, they teach us to fix, don't we escape from them. We have to learn that ultimate truth, not the
wow.
truth in the world, in a universe,
Okay,
truth of the universe. There's we known as like impermanent,
I see.
unknowable, and suffering. Like
Okay, those are like triarak, right, Prajan?
yes, yes.
Okay.
The characteristics.
Okay, the three characteristic. We can discuss that in the next episode. There are so many new things to learn about the Buddha's teaching right now. But first of all, um, it's what you have just mentioned have been really helpful, Krapajan. Finally, you mentioned about the inner happiness. You mentioned about being in the present. Uh, before we depart today, what simple advice would you give to someone who is looking for happiness in general?
The happiness in the general, we have to stay in the real life, stay in the
Right.
present moment. Look within your own mind, which
Mm,
often feels busy, scattered, angry, or sad. Every emotion come up for us to learn from. Keep coming back to the present moment. Focus on what you are doing and do everything fully without expecting any specific
mm,
result. If you
mm.
can do this, you want not to search for happiness. It will naturally show up in your heart automatically.
Automatically. So we don't need to make it up. We don't need to search for it.
No, we just accept this and now
Okay.
is what they really are.
Okay. That is truly interesting, Kaprajan. And truly, well, most people are not seeing this way. People in the world are searching for happiness or trying to destroy the negative emotions. But
And
from Buddha's teaching, be at the present and accept things as they are. And there are so many words that coming up like karma and deeds, and we can talk about that in the next
yeah,
episodes, Prajan.
we use what's our emotion as they are come up, understand them, accept that they are, and see them pass naturally. This
Okay,
this apply to both negative and positive emotions.
I see. I see. I will work on that, Prajan, and I believe that it's gonna bring the new experience from me as well in terms of understanding the inner happiness. Thank you very much, Kraprajan, for sharing your wisdom with us today. I'm sure that everyone watching here has gained the insight from your teaching. And also, thank you everyone for tuning in. This is the first episode of the journey, and we hope that you join us again next time as we continue exploring the important teachings from พระอาจารย์สุนันท์สุมังคโลครับกราบขอบพระคุณพระอาจารย์ครับ
Thank you. Also, let's give me opportunities to share my experience.
Thank you, Krapajan. Guys, until then, take care and be happy. See you in the next episode.